Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here with day 13 from my 2023 October Daily album. And so today I told you guys there would be dancing skeletons at some point in this album, and today is the day. And so I'm having a play with this cut file from the Silhouette Design Store, and I went ahead and cut out a couple of different cardstock pieces from the Monster Mash collection for the cut files to fill in these cute little people. And then I also grabbed a very, very old transparency from Dear Lizzie. And it's got little hexagonal confetti on it. And so the story is, or the idea is, that the dancing skeletons are kind of throwing a party. And what inspired the skeletons are the plates, which is the story for this day. I got these adorable little skeleton plates from Kirkland's. It was the last set they had. And so I was so excited to bring those home and set the table with them. To me, when I set the table, that feels like, all right, the holiday is really here. Halloween is really here. The table's set. Everything else is mostly done, and everything else is kind of small details. And so then, of course, we made chocolate cupcakes, and we had to have those on the new plates. And so that's the whole fun deal for this page. And I'm so excited about how this came out. All the cute little elements that get repeated throughout the layout. And I think you're really gonna like it too. And so, of course, first up, I'm just adhering the skeletons together with their appropriate bones. I added a whole background piece to the bodies, just so that they would have a cohesive place to live on the transparency. And I think too, they show up a little bit better against the photo. The photo is pretty warm. That's how we have our table right now, with the napkins and the placemats and the table runner. It's so cute. I love it so much. So they're coming together really cute. One thing I absolutely adored was the man skeleton. His face, I wasn't planning on that, but the cut file had the little backing pieces for his eye, and I accidentally glued them the wrong side. When you use double-sided cardstock, one color on one side, a different color on the other side, then that happens. You get a few choices there, unintentional choices, and it actually gives his eyes a bit more depth. Now, the lady skeleton, she has hearts for eyes, which is so totally adorable. And I just left those orange on the inside and then added the little mint green, or kind of fluorescent green heart shape around her eyes. So she has a little bit of depth there and dimension as well. And then I added the little title there, The Boo to You, from American Crafts. And also, notice how I cut out the cupcakes, the photos of the cupcakes that we made. I cut those out and placed them on the transparency where the plates are. And my idea for that was that I didn't really want to cover up the skeletons on the plates, but I also wanted to show the cute little cupcakes. So that was my idea, was to have the cupcakes on the transparency, and then when you lift up the transparency, you can see the plates behind it. And then they kind of float along with the skeletons and with the enamel dots that I added to look like confetti. And so everybody's just throwing a big old cupcake party here. I swear, after this, you're going to need a cupcake. The other day it was ice cream, and today it's cupcakes. I promise we're doing more this month than just eating. Although it seems like a lot of the pages are about the treats. But that is part of what the fun is all about for October, especially when you have teenagers. So, continuing along. Of course, I wanted to add a little journal spot, and so that's going to go on the photo here. I'm just using a little notepad piece of die cut piece. I have no idea where it came from. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did go ahead and put all of my October ephemera and die cuts in with the other older ones that I had. I'm beginning the transition from October daily to December daily, and so that's a good feeling. I definitely have used a bunch of Monster Mash. As you can tell, that's been a favorite for me this month. And then the cart will roll back out next August or so, and we'll do it all over again. It's been so much fun this year. The last 2 months have just been filled with creativity and Halloween laughs and spooky things happening here on my craft desk. I do still have day 14 and day 15 that I'll be sharing with you for now. I do not intend to finish this album this year because it's time to move on to December Daily, and it's calling my name. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it really is. December Daily really is calling my name. So, starting to get things gathered back up and put into their resting place for a year, for 10 months. Doesn't sound so bad when you say 10 months. So on the back of the transparency, you could see the glue dots that I used, of course, to glue down the little skeletons and the cupcakes. And so I'm just going through some of my stash to see what I have that I can use for kind of to cover up the glue dots. And there's some cute choices, some messy circles, some circles with word art in them, some skeleton faces. And so I think I'm going to use those, but I'm going to trim them down a little bit because they're a bit bigger and I don't really want them to show on the front side. And by the way, you could repeat the skeletons on the back side and do them mirror. They would be mirrored images of the front side. That would be really cute, and then you'd have double dancing skeletons. That would be cute. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this and let the white shapes just be behind on the front side. if that makes sense. I don't know. But here, everything's getting a little trim just to fit inside the heads and the circles. And I did change my mind on putting the number on the back of this page, because I think that the number should be easily visible when you turn the page. And so I think that the 13 needs to be on either on the photo or on the transparency. I played with it both ways. I decided just to keep a very simple black on white 13 from Vicky Boutin. I had to pull up a couple of little enamel dots here just to make a home for it. And then these chipboard pieces were so thick. So I definitely peeled that back a little bit just to keep it from being too bulky and making the pages bowed in the album. I'm just gonna use some red line tape and adhere that down. Look, I ran out of glue dots, so that dispenser is done. But I'm gonna get the red line tape and adhere that down with the red line. So the layout for today is complete. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back here again very soon. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.